Austroflamm owners out there, how you doing? What, is it cold or? Oh man, I tell you, I totally feel for you up there in the East Coast, New Hampshire and Pennsylvania and New York, and I am helping so many of you right now with issues that's going on with your stoves. Yesterday alone, I believe I returned somewhere around 40 to 50 emails. And so what this video is about today is many of you have emailed me asking me if there is any way to get more heat out of the Rika or the Austroflamm. Now this situation here has nothing to do with the Integra 1, okay? This has to do with the electronic programming on the Rika Integra 2 here. This stove is very, very powerful, and it has more heat in the body that can be drawn off of it. And the way that we go about doing this is the backdoor programming. I will give you the ability to turn your convection fan up significantly to where it will pull a lot more heat off of the stove body and produce it into the home or the room or whatever. I cannot put how to enter the backdoor programming on this video because it is so easy to mess up the programming once you get into the back door, which is for technicians only. If you do not follow exactly what I tell you to do, chances are you could trip something to where your stove won't stay running, it won't start, it won't run very long, it'll be throwing error codes left and right. In a couple of my videos I had mentioned the stove showing error codes. Error codes shows on the user control LED readout ER0 through ER4. Okay, now near the end of the importing of the Rika, they eliminated ER4 and there's only ER0 through ER3. So if you have never heard or seen an ER4, don't get all, concerned about that due to the fact that you might have the newest programming on the board. Now that right there is exactly what we can offer you Rika owners out there, is if you do have an old program, you're not going to have error codes that's going to show on your user control board, okay? You can send in the mail your motherboard to us and I can bring it up to 1.42 unless you have a newer board which has a T9, which is on the DC, the left side of the board, you'll have a jumper, okay, up at the 9 spot. For you that do not show a 9 spot, that means that you cannot run a millivolt thermostat and so forth on that board. But the 1.42 is the newest version of programming, and we can bring your old board's programming up to the newest, more efficient operational version, okay? We do have brand new motherboards, 2.42, that has it all, okay? You can end up running millivolt thermostats, 24-volt thermostats, the Rika thermostats that were designed specifically for the model. You hear how that's cranking? Here in Texas, it's only in the 30s. And it seems like it's in the negative degrees, for us Texans here, because we're so, I'm used to 70s at Christmas time. If you're interested in me helping you crank up that convection fan, email me and I will send you the instructions in order to make it happen. I do need to mention to you though, that if you take a component and you turn it up on high, and let's just say that the moment that I teach you how to turn it up on high, you make it happen and you just forget about it, that component is not going to last as long as the typical setting. Now, one thing that you can do without the backdoor programming in order to help your stove burn hotter and cleaner is there is a setting on your controller in the programming that's FU1 and FU2. Your stove is set at FU1 when it is set at factory, okay? If anybody has changed that programming to FU2, what they have done is it turns up the combustion fan to a higher RPM to draw in more air, produces more pellets, so it speeds up the auger, and it turns up the convection fan. Okay, that's what Rika did for you homeowners out there to perform the setting change on your own. The reason why they gave you those two options was for premium pellets to be burned at FU1, and then for the many manufacturers out there that are producing pellets that should be in a kitty litter box, okay, that they burn very dirty, high moisture content. You guys know the story if you've seen my mini pellet stove videos. And what FU2 does is it, by turning all those settings up, it allows those nasty pellets out there burn hotter, cleaner, and give you more heat in return, okay? Another thing that it does by changing from FU1 to FU2, FU1, your self-cleaning mode is programmed to turn on every 60 minutes. And what that means for you out there that don't realize this is your auger shuts off, your convection fan cranks up, let's just say 1,000 RPM, draws in all that additional internal air through the fresh air inlet, under the firebox, and blasts into the bottom of the burn pot, blowing all of that creosote and clinkers. Clinkers is the leftover mineral deposits that's in your burn pot after the pellet is consumed. And that self-cleaning mode helps eliminate it all, so you don't have random shutdowns, or you don't have to shut your stove down if all of a sudden it's filled up and your stove's burning too rich or your pot's overflowing, okay? Stay tuned for our next Straight Talk with Scott. Over the last week, I have had so many things happen that, you know, even you veterans might learn something from what's gone on. So it's in editing right now, and I should have it up within the next few days. So you guys stay safe out there. Stay warm. Peace.